Alright, let's go. Mm, yeah, 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 yeah. Alright, hello and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. Last episode, we were playing it. Nothing really happened that was horror of it, but this is actually a horror game, so I just want to get straight back into it. So I hope you guys do enjoy, and let's get into it. Oh, this is where we ended last time. Who should I show my poem to first? Sari. I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sari first. She's my good friend after all. Huh? Oh my goodness. This is so good, zombie. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sari, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what it's like either. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion had to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Azuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a zombie poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Sari hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sari. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really getting part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but it doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, zombie. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do. And Sari. I'm not sure if Sari sees the full picture in my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure that you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you on that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit. Can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds just like you. Really? Yeah, especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. You know you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I got all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica is the best. Ah, yes. But next time, I won't forget. I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Let's just go down the line. Mizuki. Huh? Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. It's a little blunt. Well, excuse me? It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I actually liked it. I like it, yeah. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that you wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all what the sophisticated? Sophisticated? And stuff? Whatever the hell that word means. So people don't take my writing skills seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice things about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but it makes it all fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's why it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Nasuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who's gonna talk more? Probably Monica. Hi, Zombie. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have a suggestion for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Zombie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But if it's sort of barrier that we'll all learn and get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Jesus. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common. Well, we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like you two really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in a different way, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You sure you're not reading it into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she liked exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that something so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally expected. Well, to each their own, and you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. I could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little too biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that shows I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. I couldn't have been me. It couldn't have been me. See the direction, the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel. Blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas are restored with my permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he was on the other side, was looking in. Huh. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gone pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What kind of impersonation behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. It's kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. MWTOTD. That probably made no sense to when I said that. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, Yuri now. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I just thought it might be after reading through it. So it's that bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical to new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weak. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in this class gives you valuable feedback. Mizuki can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Mizuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature class? Ghosts under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bath. Calm, breathing. Ain't of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicking back. Okay. I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read scripts very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, zombie. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon you'll be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I had never thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remembering that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressed than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's why I ended up being myself. I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes landed on Yuri and Mizuki. They're gingerly exchanging sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Mizuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Mizuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about my feelings of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Suri liked it, and Zombie did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing skills. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Zombie liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Mizuki suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you're so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Zombie appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cuteness. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew in a size bigger as soon as Zombie started showing up. Mizuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Zombie, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. And if she could get over her head and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this would have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to have figured it out. Help me explain that to her, Zombie. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary, limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Zombie? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. So of course I'm just gonna be Mizuki, Yuri, help me say Uri. I'm gonna go with that option, seems funniest. Mizuki glares at me, drawing up any words I have left in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri, but Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sari! Huh? Yeah, everyone's fighting and making Sari uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Zombie. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to inject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sari wants to tell Yuri what a suck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Mizuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Mizuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings in just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Mizuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always are. Big and beautiful. Sari stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Mizuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sari is vice president, I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader, and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to inject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sari is amazing in her own ways, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk with her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Zombie, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with others. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you've learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about these kinds of poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Zombie, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sari beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sari and I have spent so much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sari? About what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Nazuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise, they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Zombie, it's nice that we get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. It looks like Sari still hasn't caught on to this kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, just have to see what the future holds, Sari. I pat Sari on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sari as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay, yeah, let's do this. Alrighty, another one. Oh no. Embrace. Charm. Special? Marshmallow. Hope. Lazy. Childhood. Rainbow, maybe? Sing. Cheer. Play. Friends. Associate cry, disaster, pain, cloud, shiny, no. Atone. Fireworks. I got it. Bed. Maybe milk? Explode, vacate. Milk? Is that in tea? I don't know. Maybe party? Silly? Peace? Oh, frick. Flower. I'm just gonna start going. Passion. Joy. Aura. Heart. Okay. Another day passes and it's time for the club meetings already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room as usual, scene greets me. Hi, Zombie. Yo, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just not used to being in the club, that's all. I see. It's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always simple things with you anyway. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sari? Uh, why that all of a sudden? No reason really. I just wanted to look at it. Suri nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sari. That's not fair. How'd you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the club. So either you're not hungry and want an excuse to take a walk, or you plan on to conveniently forget that you spent all your money, so I'd lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves them one option. What? I give up. That makes me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Yuri suddenly giggles. I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her books, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Zombie to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sari. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after putting a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is far enough retribution. I didn't mean that. I got too absurd into my book. I really like when I speak to your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept my retribution. That, still coming from you, Sari. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Don't let her fool you. Sari knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Nasuki into making them. Come on, give me some more credit than that, Sari. Out of nowhere, something smacked Sari in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Flap. Gah! Ow! What was... Huh? A cookie. Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sari glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my retribution. Actually, that's one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Nasuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sari hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sari rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sari suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Mizuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Oh, yours looks really good too, Mizuki. Can I try it? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sari gets out of her seat and goes behind Mizuki, then wraps her arms around her. Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Mizuki reaches up to nudge Sari off of her. Sari suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Mizuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sari trots away into safety. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monter, can you tell Sari? Eh? Mizuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Yeah, that's true. Excuse me? Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super late. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell, at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. That's... Monica looks at me. Maybe once I'll get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, zombie. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. And I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sari's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Nizuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sari somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book and Nizuki disappeared into the closet. Zombie! Zombie! Sari suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna get some supplies from our classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know, how the festival's coming up? Me and Monica are going to make some posters and stuff. So I need to find some crayons and markers and glue sticks. Ah, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with Zombie to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. Aw, but I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find the poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, zombie? Yep, let's go. Sari and I exit the club room. I follow behind Sari, hums and skips around the hall. Honestly, I feel like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sari finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sari. What exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? Well, I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep. We're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone's gonna take turn on stage and recite their favorite poems. That sounds kind of dull. Zombie, you're not thinking about it right in the right way at all. It's not just about reading poems, it's about performing them. Like you say the lines of a poem like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots. Careless, the final joyous moments between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. Like that, Sari. How did I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. You meanie. I'm working super hard on this, you know? I know. It's just meant that it's a pretty unordinary contrast for your cute self. Don't say so, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sari springs herself around in the hallway again. Hey, zombie, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. Mission, eh? It's been a long time since I spent time with Sari like this. In the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling to me. As the years went by, I began to hold myself into a room more and more. So going adventuring with Sari brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. The two of us enter the classroom. Sari heads straight to the closet and I follow. Let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Sari pulls out a full box of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sari starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the color names. Right, that one's down. Don't get distracted. We still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favorite color. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. Ah, I dropped one by accident. Smack. Cut! Sari bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls on the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow. You okay? My forehead. Sari clutches her forehead. Geez, Sari, that's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sari is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hand, Sari. But it hurts. Just do it for 1 second. Sari slowly releases her hand from her forehead. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow. Sorry. There's a huge red mark in the center of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. Zombie? Where would I even find ice around this time? I guess a cold drink would do? You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. Even wincing from the pain, Sari makes a silly joke. What are you saying? I'll be right back, okay? Oh, okay. I pat Sari on the shoulder and run into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. What should I get? It doesn't really matter since it'll be used as an ice pack rather than a drink. But I know Sari likes apple juice, so I purchased that one. In just that moment, I already returned to the classroom where I left Sari. She has one palm on her forehead and it's using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sari, here. I hand Sari the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Sari opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sari, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah, sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sari places the bottle against a bump overhead. It stings. Just bear with me. Just bear with it. We'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, zombie. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? What do you mean? You know, how we used to play outside all the time? I would always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like I usually fell behind or had trouble climbing up things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get hurting myself. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump, and I would start crying really hard. And you would rush over as quick as you could. You would try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting into trouble if someone found out. You know it really wasn't your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in that way, it was my fault. Kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. Zombie, I don't think you realize, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. You're really a sweetheart. Don't call me that. And I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like that. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right, Zombie. I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it will be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest to myself, there's no telling where we'll each end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair for me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. I'm so happy. Sarai has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside. That's when I see her deep in thoughts like this. It makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it under my bangs. Suri hops onto her feet. Ah! She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyways, let's go. I follow Suri out of the classroom. Suri plays with her bangs to try to hide her bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the classroom. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about to get ready with sharing our poems. Suri, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead onto the shelf. Well, anyways, were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right. Suri frantically glances around her. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Suri. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper, too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, Zombie. Well, Sari. I felt to come up with an excuse for Sari. I made it an adventure. Yeah, that. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Alright, I hope you guys did enjoy this part 2. I don't get how this is a horror game yet, though, to be honest. But I hope you guys did enjoy this episode. Please do like and subscribe for more. Have a good day, and as always, bye-bye.